Insane, you make me crazy, insane, that's how I feel, insane, you make me crazy, insane, that's how I feel,
Hey guys, what's going on? And thank you for coming back to another episode of Dysfunction Junction. I am your dysfunctional host, Kim, and I am not prepared. I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I have no clue. I know that I have to get my show out, people, and I got nothing. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I promised that we're going to do this whole, Mother's Day thing, and my life as a mother got the best of me, and I have not been able to prepare for the show this week. Like I said, last week I had sick kiddos. Myself, I was sick, and then this week my husband got it, and let me tell you, he is not just as bad or worse than the kids when he's sick. I hate it when he's sick. He's sick all the time. He always has, I love him dearly. I really, really do. But he always has something wrong with him all the time. And he's a complainer. He loves to complain. That's his thing. That's his shtick. That's what he likes to do. And it takes up a lot of my time. So I have had no time to prepare for this week's episode. So you guys are in for a treat. So I apologize in advance, but let's face it, nobody's listening. It's my mom, and she doesn't judge me, at least not to my face. Anyway, so we have had a very interesting week. Cato the potato is registered for kindergarten. I am so excited. He is just as excited. Actually, he's kind of mad because he thought the next day he was going to be going to that big kid school, and he didn't. He had to go back to his other school, and he was very mad. And when Caden gets mad, there is just, look out. He's like the Tasmanian devil. Man, there's no containing that kid. Then he had his first 2 practices of T-ball this week. Listen, they're so cute. They really are, but they're little kids and they get tired really quickly. And you've never heard so many parents bribe their kids at one time to just, please just play T-ball. Please put your glove on. Please stand up on the base. Please just participate. That's all we did. I mean, his team is all boys. They got, except for one girl. They have one girl on the team, and she is the quietest one of all. I don't understand it. She's the quiet one. The boys, they're whiny. They're rambunctious. They're all over the place. They're a hot mess. This week, we went Tuesday. Caden was great. Thursday, he was tired. He wasn't into it. He wanted to go play in the playground, and I bribed him with money. Look, I'll give you $1 if you just stay here and play with your team, play some T-ball, and, we'll get over it. Well, I heard another mom telling her kid, you want Skittles? You want Skittles? I'm going to get you some Skittles. You're not going to get any Skittles if you don't stand on second base. Get over to second base. No, don't lay on second base. You need to stand on second base. No, not your whole body on second base, but just your foot. Okay, you know what? Get away from second base. You're not playing second base. Forget about second base. That's it. It's done. And I'm the same way. I'm just like, he's underneath me. He's putting his head underneath my shirt. It is ridiculous. You have another kid who's out there who, if someone hits the ball to him, if somebody else catches it, he's socking the kid. He's mad. I mean, it's T-ball, people. Come on. It's not that serious. I'm like, oh my God. And then you got some kids who don't show up, but then you have kids who finally showed up who weren't there before. It's too much, people. It's too much. I can't handle it. It's too much for me. What else is going on? I started a new diet. Are you guys excited for me? Yes, I did. I went back on keto. Keto has worked for me before. You're going to hear me talk about food from now until the end of this podcast. This could be the last one. Who knows? I don't know. But, and for those of you who do not know, I used to weigh over 300 pounds after my daughter. I had gotten very heavy. I lost 100 pounds, and then I put 20 back on. When Caden came, I took that 20 off. Then I got pregnant, put another 60 back on, then got that 60 off again after Brody came. And then I've been up and down 20 pounds. Up and down 20 pounds for, like a year. Now, actually, that's not true. For like the last 3 years, I've been up and down. So as of this morning, I'm going to say this to, what am I kidding? Mom, I weighed in this morning and I was 210 pounds, 210.8. So I'm back. I'm on the keto. I do enjoy the keto, but after a while, I kind of I got bored with it, and then I got stressed, and then I had, I was like, forget it. I'm eating a cookie. I'm eating a piece of sugar. I can't handle it. But I did find this really cool guy. His name's Dr. Eric Berg. I saw him on YouTube. He's got really great advice, tips, and I'm enjoying him. I don't know if anybody else has heard of him. Mom, if you're listening, check him out. He's really good. I've done Weight Watchers before. I've done Slim Fast before. You name it, I've done it. I've tried it. And the only thing that worked for me in the beginning was eat less, move more. That was basically it. But what I've come to learn now is that because, first of all, I'm over 40, I've dieted my entire life. So now my metabolism isn't what it used to be. So I need to do something different. And I've come to learn that I think that sugar is not good for me. And I basically am just as bad as an addict, really. And I never really understood my ex-husband before, and until, recently. Really, my ex-husband was an alcoholic. I think his alcoholism was a symptom of his Asperger's and his ADHD and all the other things that he was going through. But it's taken me a really long time to because they used to tell me, alcoholism is a disease. It's a disease. And I would be like, look, a disease is something that you choose not to have. You choose to drink. You choose to take that drink. That is your choice. You know the consequences of your actions, and you do it anyway. Well, as I've become an adult, and this was back, in my 20s, this is, a very young woman. And now as an adult, I think that his alcoholism is a symptom of his other diseases that he had. He would drink to cope with whatever he was dealing with. But when I look at it in the sense of food, I think being addicted to food is a lot worse than being addicted to something like alcohol or heroin. I mean, you need food to live. You can't just not eat. You need food. But I do think it's like an eating disorder. For me, it's an impulse issue. I eat when I'm hungry. I eat when I'm sad. I eat because it tastes good. I could be full and still eat. So, I was really, I think this is going to be coming into talking about weight issue here. I've had quite a few friends who have had the gastric bypass surgery. And I have to say, at first, I was jealous because I'm like, I've been busting my butt now for years to try to get where I'm at. And these bitches are going to go and have this surgery and they're going to slim down, boom, like that, faster than me. And I'm still here struggling every day. And it's not fair. And I can't say that I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if I'm just bitter. I don't know what it is, but I still couldn't go that route. I cannot go the route of having gastric bypass surgery because I don't know how to stop eating. I will eat until I explode. I'm not surprised. I think I have that, what's that condition called where people, like, they don't have a shut off button and they basically just eat and eat and eat until they kill themselves. They eat themselves to death. I sometimes think I have that. I really do, because all I do is I have no shut off button. If it tastes good, I'm going to keep eating because it tastes good. So I'm finally starting to realize that, how alcoholism is really hard to control. How that addiction is. And, yes, it is a choice. I have a choice not to put that food in my mouth. I have a choice not, to eat the sugar, to eat something healthy. And I still choose the bad stuff. I still do it, even though it's not good for me. So I am finally starting to see it now. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a problem. I do. I really do. I need to go to Overeaters Anonymous. I don't know, something. But anyway, I digress. I went to the keto because it's very low carb, higher fat, but good fats. You can't just eat junk. And I'm staying away from the fruit. I've done Weight Watchers before, and they say, all fruits and vegetables are free, but I've been learning a whole lot about insulin resistance and glucose and fasting. If any of you guys struggle out there with eating, check him out. His name is Dr. Eric Berg. I've learned a lot from him over the last couple of weeks. Baby steps is what I'm doing. And so far, it's working for me. I have to say, when I first started this, actually in the beginning of the week, I had gotten back up to 217. Probably even more than that, because I'm a binge eater. I'll be good all week, and then the weekend comes, and that's it. I'm like crazy. And then what I do is if I've bought something, like cookies or candy or ice cream or whatever, I will make sure I binge eat. Like I'll eat a whole case of cookies, because it's like Monday, I'm starting over, and I can't have this in the house because I'll eat it. So it's nuts. I'm crazy. I can't. Need to stop eating. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about? So today was a really busy day, and I really wanted to kill my kids today. I didn't. I refrained. I figured it would be frowned upon. That's my dog. Can you hear her barking? Don't know why she's barking. Usually it's because she wants me to pick her up on the bed. I have to be quite honest. I think she's gassy. Something smells pretty ripe in here. And it's not me. Wait! It's not my little dog. It's my big dog that's here. My little dog is outside the bedroom. She's barking. Apparently, she cannot read the sign on my door that says recording in progress. Anyway, so we took the kids. It's been really nice here where we live. It hasn't been too hot, not too cold. It's been like really high 60s. It's been great. We took the kids out to ride their bikes today. And, Piper doesn't know how to ride a bike. She's 11. She doesn't know how to ride a bike. And we've tried a couple of times, but this time she's bound and determined to do it. But it really tired them out, and it turned them into giant jerks. So when it was time to leave, Caden was having a fit. Piper was tired. She's on the verge of tears, or butt hurt, because she's sitting on that stupid seat. Why do they make the seats like that? I mean, am I not the only one whose, lady bits fall apart when I'm riding? Not fall apart. Oh my God, I don't know what I meant. I meant, am I the only one whose lady bits fall asleep when riding a bike? I'm telling you, I cannot be the only one. They fall asleep, and it feels really weird. So Piper kept complaining about the seat. We tried everything. We put my dog won't shut up. We put my sweatshirt on it. That's it. That's not everything. That's the only thing we tried. Just sweatshirt. But what else were we supposed to do? So I don't know if we're going to have to get her a new seat or what. I don't know. But she did, take off a few times. So I'm very, very proud of her. But Caden ended up being a big tired mess, which means he was very aggressive, and he was kicking and hitting and spitting, calling me the B word. And I told him, I said, you know what, Caden? I said, I'm rubber and you're glue, and whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. I know, it's very mature. However, it did the trick because he was very upset and he was like, no, I don't want to be a bitch. I'm going to say it. Yeah, one of those. And I'm like, well, you are, because every time you say it, it's bouncing off me and sticking to you. He was like, well, I'm not going to say it anymore. Well, good. There you have it. I can't say that that's going to work again for me in the future, but I will definitely try it again. So like I was saying before, my husband is a big baby and he was sick and he had the little flu bug that me and Caden had. And I went to work each day that I had my little flu bug, which was 3 days. He got to bring the kids to school and then come home and rest. And all day he sent me messages on Google Hangouts about how sick he was. I don't feel well. My stomach hurts. I'm tired. I'm on the toilet again. I feel lightheaded. Why do I feel lightheaded? This hurts, that hurts. On top of it all, he had an ingrown toenail, and he complained about that, and I don't know how much more I can do about this. I told him jokingly, and I know this sounds terrible, but I have said, I really hope that you die first because I need a break. I need a break. I need time to myself, and you've got to do something. He's gotten a lot better because when we first got together, he was a hot mess. He really was. He'd go to the emergency room anytime something hurt or any twinge or anything happened, and finally said, you go to that emergency room one more time, you're really going to need to go to the emergency room. And I blame his family. I really do. And I know they're listening. We don't really talk to them, but I know they're listening, and this is probably going to start a big whatever. But that's what they did when they were kids. They just, I don't know if they went to the emergency room for everything or if they just babied him too much or what, I don't know. But that's what he did. But he's much better. He doesn't do that anymore, but he is kind of a baby when he gets sick. He can't be the only one either. Can't be the only man. Can you guys still hear my dog? Oh my gosh. This is live podcasting, people. Well, not technically live podcasting, but I'm not as good as at the editing piece as some people are. So, yeah, you're going to hear my dog barking. So, people, listen, I have a job for you, and it's probably, like I said, just one person listening. It's the moms, one mom, the mom, my mom, and that is, I want you to send me stuff that tell me what you want to talk about. What things do you want me to hit on? Do you want me to talk more about Asperger's? Do you want me to talk more about, what with my weight issues and struggling with my weight, more about ADHD or what's like to be, a young Christian or, what we blah 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 blah, what we went through when our oldest came out to us. What do you guys want to hear? What would be interesting to you? I really want to connect with you guys. I want to get to know you guys. I think I have a couple people who are listening, more than just my mom. I know I have a couple. But I want to know what is it that you guys want to hear? I really do love this podcasting thing. It's a passion for me. I know there's a lot of ums and ahs in here, but hey, that's how I talk. Sorry. And I know this is probably officially my worst episode. I say I have the other one which is the worst, but I think this is a pretty close one. Because I'm very unprepared, and I'm sorry. I really do try to have some sort of script written out or bullet points or something so I don't get off track and go on a rant. And believe it or not, and I've said this before, I don't have a problem with talking, but it seems like once I get on this mic, everything that I wanted to say just goes right out the window. So if I have it in front of my face, because I have wicked ADHD, and if my brain is just a lot faster than my mouth, so my brain is thinking of the next thing I'm going to say before I can even get my first statement out. So I'm hoping that this keto diet helps with that too. So it's supposed to help with memory and what's that? Memory and attention span and all that stuff. So I'm going to get myself healthy. We're going to be working on, oh my God, that's another thing. I told Piper in the car the other day that we're slowly going to start getting rid of the junk food and stuff in the house. She's just not going to come home and there's going to be nothing there, but we're going to start really getting into more whole foods. I don't think I'm going to take the fruit away from them right now because they're very young. But I did read that we need to try to stay organic and we need to try to stay with what's in season. We have some great farms around here where we live, so we're really going to try to make more of an effort to do that. I know it is a little bit more expensive, but if we're not buying as much of the junk food, I think we'll have a little bit more money available to buy things that are a little bit more fresh. But I told her, I said, we're going to kind of try to stop, buying that stuff because it's really not good for you. And she started to cry in the back seat. She's like, no, I need my snacks. Love her, girl. It'll be fine. We're going to gradually just start taking things away and just having more fruits, more vegetables, and more whole foods, and less cookies and crackers and chips and things like that. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going to let them have a treat every now and then, but it should just be a treat. It shouldn't be something that you eat every day because they all have, ADHD and they're on the spectrum, and those things are just not good for them. That sugar is making things worse for them. So that's what we're going to do. I'm the mom, I'm the boss. I make the rules, and if they don't like it, too bad. Too bad. So sad. Did I just close out of this? No, I did not. Oh my God, I clicked a button and everything just went right out the window. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Heart attack. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I need to look something up. Alrighty. All right, so I paused for a second. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but I had to stop and take care of something. But I think I am going to wrap this up, people. So, one last thing for all my main peeps. I do have an announcement for you guys. The Hosanna Church in Oxford is hosting a Lighthouse event on July 5th, 2018. The JJ Weeks Band will be performing there with special guest Austin French. You need to get your tickets really soon because they're selling out quick. But for those of you who don't listen to Christian music, JJ Weeks is a contemporary Christian band, and to date they've opened for everyone from Mercy Me and Casting Crowns to label mates Unspoken. In addition, their music has been featured on the official soundtrack for some high-profile films, including God's Not Dead and 4 Blood Moons. With the debut of their first national release in 2013, the group earned a top 10 single with Let Them See You, a song that remained on Billboard's National Christian Audience chart for 29 weeks. And they're also bringing along Austin French. He's a cool cat. He became a pastor at the age of 18, and he led his own congregation for 3 years before he became the first runner-up on the first season of ABC's Rising Star in 2014. So the doors open up at 6 p.m. and the concert starts at 7. Tickets are $15. Those are really, really cheap, so you're going to want to hurry up and get up on that. You can go to thelighthouseevents.com for tickets, and you can find the links about all this stuff on my website, which is dfpodcast.com. I am, like I said, going to be wrapping this up. Alrighty. So I want to thank you guys so much for listening. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media pages. You can connect with us on Facebook at facebook.com/dysfunctjunk7. And of course, on our Facebook group page at facebook.com/groups/DF podcast. If you prefer Twitter, you can find us at twitter.com/dysfuncjunkmom. And for all you Instagram peeps, you can look us up at instagram.com/dysfuncjunk7. And at last, but certainly not least, if you ever find it in your heart to buy this old lady a coffee, you can do so over at patreon.com/dysfunctionjunction. And of course, one last thing, you can check out my website, www.dfpodcast.com. That's D as in dog, F as in Frank.com. Sign up for our newsletter and find out, when all the newest happenings are happening before anybody else. But there's my dog again. My gosh. Forgot what I was going to say again. Just went right out the window. ADD moment. Remember, this is free for you, but not free for me. So if you want to, help keep this bad boy going, I would really appreciate it if you went over and checked out patreon.com. That would be awesome. But I'm going to do it anyway, with or without you guys. But I really want it to be with you guys. Please, if you like what you hear, share it. Tell a friend, even if it's just for a laugh. You've got to check this chick out. She's making a fool out of herself. Even if it's that purpose only, that would be amazeballs. And I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks, guys.
Make me crazy, insane. That's how I feel. Insane. You make me crazy, insane. That's how I feel.